Well, hey crafty friends, it's Hiedi Scott with DiyDreaming, and on this video tutorial we're going to play with the Magnolia Design Company Craft Club project from August 2024. This month has the best stencil. Well, the one in November definitely was awesome. I mean, they're all awesome, but I'm just talking about which ones are my favorites. But oh my gosh, this one I absolutely love, and it reminds me of these book flower books is what I call them, that we made a while back here on DiyDreaming. So we're gonna paint. I'm gonna show you how to do that. And as you're hopping on, say hello, let me know where you're watching from, feel free to sprinkle. Let me just show you what came in the box this month. Okay, we got a tote bag, which these are so nice. I use one of these every week for my Bible study tote bag. They get really nice and soft. They do come in a little plastic pouch, so you have to iron them. Otherwise, they're like folded. But it has a very nice tote bag. You're gonna get the Fall Magnolia Design Company catalog. You're going to get instructions on how to complete your project. You're going to get a little pouch of this pumpkin pie ink, which is for fabric. You'll get a little pouch. This is really pretty, you guys. This is called Glittering Black ink. You get a new squeegee, and then this is the stencil. Let's see if I can get it out. I've used it one time, and I have another project in mind that we'll do here in the next few days. You guys look at this. This says, this is just a chapter, not the whole story. And I don't know about you, but I can sometimes have these big thoughts about things that this is all there is to it. This is the end of the story, when really it's just, you know, one page in the book of our lives. And so anyways, look at this beautiful book with all these flowers. We're going to do the whole entire thing for this project, but then I'm going to do a wood sign that's just going to have the book and the flowers, and we'll make it three-dimensional. And I have lots of other ideas. I might do a pillow also. I totally love this design. Okay, so here's the scoop. I almost always work ahead so that you don't have to wait for things to dry. So earlier today, I ironed my tote bag and I stenciled it using that glittering black ink and the beautiful stencil. And you guys, I can't figure out how to hold it up so you can see it. This is beautiful. It's fully dry. And what I did next, I'm just going to show you, was I put my iron on cotton, but you can put it on medium, whatever you want, no steam or mist. I took a piece of parchment paper. Once it was dry. Don't do this before it's dry. And then when you're painting, you have to do this step. Otherwise, all your areas, the black outline will kind of bleed into them. So I just took my little iron, a piece of parchment paper, set it on cotton, and I went over this for like seriously 3 or 4 minutes, moving my iron around. Never just set your iron down or you'll have a big scorch. Okay, so that is what I did. So, put this out of the way. So, technically at this point, I could wash this and it is going to stay. It's not going away. I'm going to show you how to paint. What we're going to do is we're going to use some ink. We're using some of this pumpkin pie ink, and I didn't open my little pouches because I have both of these colors in ink. So when I'm all finished, I will open them up and I will squeeze them into my pots. And yeah, these are probably more than what you would need for just one project, so you can do other stuff. And what I do if you don't have a pouch, or you don't have a little pot to put your excess in, I will just tape it over, put a clippy on it, stick it in a Ziploc bag, and then use it within a month or so. And then you have extra of this. Okay, so that's what I did. It's all heat set and ready to go. And I am going to put a piece of cardboard inside of it. And then I'm going to put some paper towels because this is going to get wet. Really just want to make sure that I get the flowers so it doesn't bleed. Okay. And then, I don't know what you like to work off of, but when I'm painting, generally speaking, I like to work off of a plate. So, let me get some little stirs. And I washed my stencil after I was done, put it back on the backing sheet, and it looks great. It's still sticky. I'm going to use this one a ton because I love books and I love flowers. And this could even represent a Bible, which I think, you know, that would be great. Okay, so I have the pumpkin, what is it called? Pumpkin pie ink. We're going to do a little bit of, let me move this out of my way here. We're going to do a little bit of this orange color, which is great for fall. We're going to do a little bit. I just decided to use a variety of colors. You can use absolutely whatever you have, or you can do the project the way they do it in the instructions. Tell me in the comments, by the way, are you a instruction follower, or are you the kind of person who likes to go your own way and do your own thing? I am pretty much a do my own thing kind of person. Sometimes that's good, and sometimes that's not. Okay, let me show you what I've got going on here. Okay, and then I'm just going to take some water and spray it into There are leaves that you can paint as well. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that, but okay, I think let's scooch this way. I have just way too much stuff on my desk all the time. Okay, so let's start and put some yellow in the center of these flowers. So I'm just kind of mixing my yellow ink into this water. This water that I keep in my little mister is distilled water. It's like 98 cents for a big jug at the grocery store. And when I'm adding water to like a little pot of chalk paste, if it's getting dry, or even to ink, it's important to use distilled water, because regular water, you don't want to grow a science experiment in your pot of chalk paste or ink. Okay, I'm grabbing some paper towels. Let's just bring the whole thing over. We're going to paint a little bit and then blot. Linda says she likes to do her own time. Debbie says she's a combo. She follows and then she does her own. And Tammy says she does both. Yeah. So I'm just putting a little bit of this in the center of my flowers, and I'm going to let it soak in for just a little bit until And then I will blot the excess. Okay, now let's do a little bit of orange and then some pink. And I just have some nothing special paintbrushes. Oh, but I was saying that the water that I'm using to dilute my ink to turn it into like a watercolor for fabric, it's distilled, but you don't have to use distilled for this kind of a project. Oops. I have done this technique before, and it kind of looks like a tattoo. That sounds so strange, but it does. Okay, let's get a little bit of pink. That brush is too big. Use this one. You want to stay in your lines as much as possible. Okay, stay with me because I'm going to hold this up in just a second and show you what I'm talking about. And you want to make sure that that your brush is not super wet. To blot my centers because I keep putting my hand in this one. And let's go further out. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. Can you see how those colors are blending? Okay, so I'm not going to do the same thing on every flower, but this one, this is cornflower yellow. It's yellow. This is the pumpkin pie, and this one is called fuchsia. There's several different reds. There's purple. There's like a ton of different colors that you could do. Let's do some yellow on this flower right here with a little bit of orange out at the ends. So this technique that I'm showing you right now, you can do this on any kind of fabric. It could be a pillow, it could be a tote bag, it could be a tea towel, it could be a table runner. Yeah, there's tons of different things that you can do this with. Okay, let's grab some orange. I want a smaller brush for this. It's too big. And I could be using, you know, 10 different colors. I just decided to use these. Okay, let's blot. And let's change the center of this one to pink. See what happens if I add that there. Okay, let's do this flower right here, just pink. Okay, oops, well, I mixed a little orange in there, that's okay. I was explaining earlier why you definitely want to heat set your darker outline color, which this is glittering black, before you start painting, because you don't want it to bleed into, oh, that's pretty. You don't want it to bleed into the darker color to bleed into the flowers and make them look muddy. Okay, I need a smaller paintbrush. Let's see, will this one work? Let's do just some orange. I don't know what these flowers are supposed to be in real life, so I can make them any color I want, right? Let's grab a little bit of this pink, just to kind of plop it in here just a little bit. Kimberly says, dang, I forgot the blotting. Well, how did it turn out, Kimberly? Did it turn out okay? Because maybe you didn't need to blot. I'm just in a habit of doing that. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. And it to me, this looks just happy. And okay, let's do a couple pink. Let's see. Ooh, that's not wet enough. I need some more water. Grab a little bit of yellow for these little tiny buds that are in this area. I'm going to add a little bit of yellow to this. Okay, I'm going to paint one or two more flowers. Let's do another pink. Over here. So I've said many times here on DIY Dreaming that I am crafty. I've always been crafty, but I've never been artistic. And I just want to reassure you that you don't have to be artistic to do this kind of thing. You just mostly have to be patient, because I could let this fully dry and then I could come back any area that I don't think is dark enough or whatnot and add a little bit more to it. I just did right there. And I could also bring in some green too. Let's do this big one right here, and we'll do it kind of like this one, as if they're the same kind of flower. Okay, started with orange. Let me tell you about Craft Club while I'm painting. Okay, tell me in the comments if you are a member of my Craft Club. That was the best thing Magnolia ever invented, was their Craft Club program. How it works is every month you will get a box. It is looking to see where I'm going. The box is, it's going to have a surface, it's going to have a stencil, it's going to have your medium, and then whatever doodads there might be. A new squeegee, instructions, and when there's a new catalog or something, it will have that too. What color do I want? Pink. And it's $22.95 plus whatever your state sales tax is, and around $5 shipping. And it's different every month. So if you have not, used these stencils before, this is a great way to learn. We need a different brush. It's also a great way to start building a collection of stencils, because these are reusable many times. So you're going to learn all kinds of different techniques every month when you get your box. They usually, here's how the shipping works. Usually Magnolia starts shipping out to customers who've enrolled in Craft Club, I think around the 10th of each month. It'll keep coming. They do ask you to commit to 3 months at least, but it'll keep coming as long as you want it to. And I love it. I have a whole basket of projects that I've done before, and it's super nice. So I would love to have you join my Craft Club if you haven't joined yet. I'm gonna have a little bit of yellow here. I can't even remember what we made last month. I don't know. I craft so much, I forget what I did yesterday. Anyways, it's an awesome deal. And the fact that it includes a surface, whether that's a breadboard, a riser, a tote bag, a tea towel, a pillow, So that's what we're doing. I think I will finish the rest of it up off camera. Let me know if you would. Denise says she is a member of my craft club. Yay, thank you. Let me know if you would like a link so you can just click and go take a peek. Hang on, my nose is running. Yeah, let me know if you want a link and I'll get that for you. Feel free to sprinkle, do a this or a this. Sometimes I can get that little heart thing to work. Not today. Anyways, sprinkle, sprinkle, ask questions. Feel free. Oh, look at all those hearts. Beth, I'll get you a link just as soon as I'm finished. Okay, so if you were going to do some additional colors to paint your flowers, what you're going to want is ink, not chalk paste. Ink has the white lid. And everything here is available at magnoliadiy.com. That's my website. So take a peek. I'll put a link for all the Magnolia colors of ink so that you can click on that and see. There's, I don't know, 15 or 20 different colors. So take a peek at that. Let me know how I can help you. Thank you so much for joining me. Come back later and I'll post a picture of this completed project here in these comments as well as just on DIY Dreaming.